There is one number every luxury car owner should be terrified of. Not the price tag, not the monthly payment. 50,000 miles. That is the mile marker where European luxury cars quietly flip a switch from a smooth, silent status symbol into a rolling repair bill. Dealers call it out of warranty. Mechanics call it the cliff. And on a fixed income, that cliff can wipe out a year of savings in a single visit to the shop. These aren't budget cars with a bad reputation. These are six-figure machines from the most respected badges in the industry. BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Range Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, and Porsche. Every one of them drives like a dream for the first 3 years. Every one of them is backed by a manufacturer warranty that makes ownership feel completely worry-free. And every one of them is quietly counting down to the day that warranty ends, because that's the day the real cost of ownership begins. Today, we are counting down 7 European luxury cars that turn into money pits the second that factory warranty runs out, starting with the one that hurts the least and ending with the one that has drained more retirement accounts than almost any car on the road. And here's the part that should really worry you. None of this shows up on the window sticker. Dealers aren't required to tell you what a car costs to own in year 6, 7, or 8, only what it costs to drive off the lot. That gap between the sticker price and the true cost of ownership is exactly where these 7 vehicles do the most damage. Number 7, the Volvo S90. Volvo has built its entire brand around safety and Scandinavian reliability. And compared to the rest of this list, the S90 is almost boring in a good way. But almost is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Once the warranty clock runs out, S90 owners start running into air suspension sensor failures and electronic parking brake issues that can run $600 to $900 per repair. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engines, especially the ones paired with a supercharger for extra power, are sensitive to oil change intervals. Skip just one and you're looking at turbo replacement costs near $2,000. Add in the S90's touchscreen controlled climate and infotainment system, which has a documented habit of freezing or rebooting on its own, and a $400 module replacement becomes a routine annoyance rather than a rare event. It's not catastrophic, but it's enough to catch a retiree off guard who assumed Volvo meant worry-free. And it's the first sign of a pattern that gets worse every single spot on this list. Even the S90's much-praised safety systems, the radar sensors and cameras behind features like automatic emergency braking, require expensive recalibration after even minor windshield replacements, adding $300 to $500 to what used to be a simple glass repair. Number 6, the Porsche Panamera. Yes, it's a sports car company, and yes, the engineering is phenomenal. But phenomenal engineering comes with a phenomenal price tag once Porsche stops covering it for you. The Panamera's air suspension system, the same one that makes it float over potholes, can cost $3,000 to $5,000 to replace when it fails, and it usually fails on all 4 corners around the same time. The PDK transmission, one of the best shifting gearboxes in the industry, needs a service that can run $800 or more, and if it actually breaks, you're looking at a bill that starts with a 5-figure number. A single brake job, rotors, and pads on a Panamera can cost more than most people's used car because Porsche uses the same high-performance ceramic composite brakes found on its track cars, and those parts are not cheap to replicate. Even something as simple as a coolant flush or spark plug replacement requires removing body panels on some Panamera engine layouts, which turns a routine service into hours of additional labor costs. This is a vehicle built by people who assumed you'd always have a warranty or always have the money. Once you have neither, the Panamera stops being fun fast. Porsche's extended warranty plans are notoriously expensive, precisely because Porsche's own actuaries know exactly how often these systems fail, which tells you everything you need to know about what happens once you're paying out of pocket instead. Number 5, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. This is the car every dealership brochure calls the pinnacle of engineering automotive. What they don't put in the brochure is what happens at year 6 or 7. The S-Class is tacked with airmatic air suspension, adaptive dampers, and a dashboard that looks more like a spaceship cockpit than a car interior. And every single one of those systems is a potential 5-figure repair. Air suspension compressors on the S-Class commonly fail between 60,000 and 90,000 miles, right in that post-warranty danger zone, and replacement can run $2,000 to $4,500 depending on how many corners go at once, and they often go together. The electronics are so dense that even routine diagnostics can cost hundreds of dollars just to figure out what's wrong, before you've paid to fix anything. Newer S-Class models add active body control, a hydraulic system that lets the car literally lean into corners, an incredible party trick, and an even more incredible repair bill when a single hydraulic strut can cost over $3,000 on its own. Mercedes build an incredible car. They just don't build one that's cheap to own once they stop being the ones paying for it. Even the seats are computerized, massage functions, memory settings, and heating and cooling elements all wired into the car's central electronics, so a single failed seat module can trigger a repair bill in the $800 to $1,200 range for what used to be a simple mechanical part. Number 4. The BMW 7 Series. Right around 50,000 miles, BMW 7 Series owners report average annual repair costs jumping to somewhere between $847 and $1,061 a year. And that's just the average, not the worst case scenario. The real danger with the 7 Series is the engine. BMW's twin-turbo V8s and inline-6s are powerful, but they're also known for valve cover gasket leaks, water pump failures, and timing chain guide wear, repairs that can each run $1,500 to $2,500 on their own. Stack 2 or 3 of those in the same year, which happens more often than BMW would like to admit, and you're suddenly looking at a repair bill that rivals a used economy car. The air suspension option, increasingly more common on newer 7 Series trims, adds yet another 2,000 plus failure point to the list. And because BMW's electronics are just as dense as anything from Mercedes, a simple battery registration error, something as small as replacing a dead battery, can trigger a cascade of dashboard warnings that require a dealer-level computer just to reset. BMW calls it the ultimate driving machine. Independent mechanics have a different nickname for it once the warranty's gone. And because BMW ties so many features to over-the-air software, some owners have found that once a car ages out of BMW's connected services, certain convenience features simply stop working, with no repair, only a subscription fee to bring them back. Number 3. The Audi A8. This is where things start to get genuinely dangerous for a retirement budget. The A8's signature feature, the smooth, cloud-like ride from its air suspension, is also its single biggest liability. Audi air suspension compressors and struts are notorious for failing right around 55,000 to 70,000 miles, conveniently just past most extended warranties. And a full replacement of all 4 corners can cost $4,000 to $6,000. It doesn't stop there. The Audi Quattro L-wheel drive system, while excellent in snow, adds extra differentials and driveline components that eventually need attention, and Audi's turbocharged engines are known for carbon buildup on the intake valves, a cleaning service that alone can run $600 to $1,200. The Multitronic and ZF 8-speed transmissions used across various Audi A8 model years each have their own documented failure points, and a transmission rebuild on some versions can run well into the $5,000+ range. Owners who bought an A8 expecting German luxury on a budget often find themselves selling the car at a steep loss the moment the warranty clock hits 0, because keeping it running costs more than the car is worth. Audi's own service advisors have quietly acknowledged that Audi's diagnostic software often requires dealer-level access just to read certain fault codes, which means even simple troubleshooting can force owners back to the dealership at dealership prices. Number 2. The Jaguar XJ. The Jaguar's flagship sedan is stunning to look at, and according to reliability surveys year after year, one of the most expensive luxury cars in existence to keep running once you're on your own. The XJ combined an aluminum body that requires specialized and expensive collision repair, with an air suspension system that fails at a higher rate than almost anything else in this segment. Electrical gremlins are practically a running joke among XJ owners. Dashboard warning lights that come on for no reason, infotainment systems that freeze, door handles that stop retracting. Individually, these are annoyances. Add them up over a year, and XJ owners routinely report repair bills exceeding $3,000 to $5,000 annually once the factory coverage disappears. Parts availability is part of the problem too. Because Jaguar dealerships are far less common than BMW or Mercedes dealerships, independent shops often have to special order components, which drives up both the cost and the wait time. The XJ's supercharged V8 options, while thrilling to drive, are also known for timing chain tensioner failures that can cause catastrophic engine damage if ignored, turning what could have been a $1,000 repair into a $10,000 engine replacement. For a retiree who needs a reliable car to get to doctor's appointments, that wait time and that price tag can be the real cost. To make matters worse, Jaguar's resale values drop faster than almost any other luxury brand, which means an XJ owner facing a major repair often finds themselves stuck. The car isn't worth enough to justify a $5,000 repair bill, but it's not worth enough to sell for much either. And number 1, the car that has become almost a punchline in the automotive world for how brutally it punishes owners after the warranty expires, the Range Rover. Multiple long-term reliability studies have placed the Range Rover at or near the bottom of every luxury SUV ranking in every luxury SUV ranking, and the numbers back it up. Owners report average annual repair costs that can exceed $1,500 to $2,000 a year, but that's the average. Individual repairs routinely blow far past that. The air suspension system, which the Range Rover practically pioneered, is infamous for failing multiple times over a vehicle's life, with replacement costs that can hit $3,000 to $7,000 depending on how many components go out. The electrical architecture is so complex that even simple problems, a window that won't go up, a sunroof that won't close, can require diagnostic work billed at $150 an hour or more before a single part is even ordered. Then there's the transmission and the engine's timing chain, both of which have documented histories of premature failure well before 100,000 miles. Even the door handles, motorized, flush-fitting, and undeniably cool when new, are a known failure point, with replacement sets running $300 to $600 per door. Put it all together, and it's not uncommon for a Range Rover owner to spend more keeping the vehicle running in years 6 through 10 than they spent on the car's monthly payments during the entire loan. It's the single clearest example of the warranty cliff in the entire luxury car market. A vehicle engineered to feel like $1 million and priced to cost you one. Consumer Reports has repeatedly ranked the Range Rover's reliability scores among the worst of any vehicle sold in the United States, luxury or otherwise, a distinction that should give any retiree on a fixed income serious pause before signing the paperwork. So here's the pattern across all 7 of these vehicles. Air suspension. Every single one of them uses it, and every single one of them eventually fails because of it. It's the common thread connecting a $50,000 sedan to a $120,000 flagship. The exact feature that makes these cars feel incredible to drive is the same feature that will eventually break your budget. If you're shopping for a used European luxury car, or if you already own one and you're approaching that 50,000 mile mark, the smartest move you can make is to check the air suspension history before anything else, and to start budgeting now for the repairs that are coming, because on this list, they are always coming. Which one of these caught you by surprise? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see which American and Japanese luxury brands actually hold up after the warranty runs out, hit subscribe, because that video is coming next. And if you're currently shopping for one of these 7 and you decide to buy anyway, do yourself one favor. Buy the extended warranty. On every single car in this countdown, it is cheaper than the alternative.